Right, and everybody, I thought I'd do a video and give you my thoughts and opinions on the last 24 hours. The rumours circulating Michael Beale. Is he staying? Is he not? We'll talk about in this video. But first things first, football takes a backseat when anything like this. Birmingham City have tweeted out that Tony Mowbray will be taking a step down from football for the next 6 to 8 weeks as he seeks medical treatment. Now, I didn't know the extent of that, but I do want to send my best wishes and my thoughts with Tony Mowbray and his family, and I do wish him a speedy recovery, and I know all of yous will do the same as well. Quickly on Tony Mowbray, last season, I'd like to thank him for all the memories what were made out of that season. He brought joy to Sunderland supporters again. I used to hate going to the Sunderland match. I had to get dragged to go. But under Tony Mowbray, he brought that joy back. I loved going to the match. I didn't care if we win, lost or drew. I just wanted to watch the lads play. And I enjoyed paying me money on that day to watch them because it was mint. But like I say, I just want to send me best wishes to Tony Mowbray. Now the Michael Beale, as much as I want to believe it, the rumours came out that somebody who walks a dog with somebody's cousin's auntie's uncle, works at the shop, who does the press on the names, she's found out information that Beale has been sacked. And listen, I didn't believe the rumours unless the club would have tweeted it today. Now I know by the time this video goes up, my luck, Sunderland will have probably tweeted it. But that's the thing. People play on people's emotions when it comes to something like this, because Sunderland supporters are really passionate about not wanting Michael Beale here. The majority of us are. Like, we didn't want him as the head coach. And as harsh as that sounds, we're going backwards under Michael Beale, and it's clear to see. And when people toss a rumour out like this, other people tend to believe it, and I'm one of them. I really am, and it's easy for me to believe stuff because I feel that passionate about it. So when people say stuff like this, I'm like, yeah, I believe it. I didn't really believe it. Unless the club tweeted, then I'll not believe it. But I know why these rumours have came about, because people seen the picture of Michael Beale on the aeroplane flying back to his family. Now, he's only got a certain amount of time he can spend with his family. So if that meant him flying, then he's going to spend more time with them. It took me an age to drive back. The traffic was mental after the game. I did a match vlog. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. It was a decent vlog. I do say so myself. But jokes aside, go and have a check it out. It was kind of decent. We'll talk more about the Birmingham game in a minute. But if he's going to get back to his family in a quicker time, then that's what he's done. But like I was saying, the football, we're going backwards under Beale. We are. Recent results sort of papered out of the cracks. We had an absolute diabolical first half against Plymouth. We were shocking for the full 90 minutes against Huddersfield. Stoke, they could have easily scored 3. So them results sort of papered out of the cracks a little bit. And I thought, oh, listen, Speakman's not going to sack them. KLD's not. Let's just try and focus on the lads getting into the top 6. And I put the question out, did we turn the corner? I'm not saying we did. I just put that question out. But it's clear as day, the way we imploded against Birmingham, it was shocking. The first half, I thought we edged it. I thought we were the better team. Obviously, we got that goal. I loved the way Birmingham approached that game with the flares and the pyrotechnics and all that, what they made a big spectacle of the game, like the sellout and all that. I did enjoy it. But the game, the way we imploded the second half was shocking. Like, we just looked out of our depth. And that's the thing. And that's what Sunderland supporters have been screaming at. It's the lack of experience. It's the wise heads, what we need in that team to see games out. Or when we're struggling in games, they'll get around the pitch and get into the young players and sort of see them through the game. Now, we've got nobody who can do that. Listen, I'm not having a dig at any of our current players at the minute. I think they're digging outstanding for the experience that they've got. Ballard, 09, listen, he done well. He's been doing well at centre half. He's been asked to play in a position which is not his natural position, which is not what we brought him in at the club at. Now you've got to look at the recruitment. For me, it hasn't been good enough in the January transfer window. It hasn't. Then you've got to look at it in the summer. It still hasn't even been adequate then. We've got rid of all of our experience and we've brought in a boatload of youth. And it's clear to see in games the experience is needed to see us through games. So what do? We'll bring in a load of kids. Now, I know the model was to bring in players, develop them, sell them on for a profit. But where does that leave Sunderland? We kind of get promoted digging that. We're a team full of kids. It's not going to work. Danny Boat was our player of the season. What was he? What happens then? We'll get rid of him. Now it might not be working for Norwich, but it was working for Sunderland. You didn't get player of the season for no reason. Him and Ballard had an unbelievable partnership. Luke O'Neill was playing decent in the midfield. I remember the Wembley game when he was celebrating the tackles and that. It's just, we're going backwards. We really are going backwards. And things need to change. Now, and that's why I know fans want to believe these rumours, but that's what the thing is, there aren't rumours. And now it's going to change. Do you really believe Speakman and KLD are going to pay Beale off? Because he would get a few quid for that, you know, if they paid him off. I just kind of take it happening. Do they really want to be proved wrong? Where the Sunderland supporters, pundits, Marco Gabbiadini said it billions of times on BBC Newcastle regarding the lack of experience in the squad. Michael Grace said it millions of times. If they sack Beale, they're just going to get another person exactly the same as Beale in. Somebody cheap, somebody who is going to believe in what they say is the right thing, like the model, the lack of inexperience he's got to work with. Nothing's going to really change. Now, we really wanted a defensive midfielder, somebody to sit in front of that defence with experience. Now, Pierre-Emerick, as much as I love him, he's been terrible. His first touch is diabolical. It bounces away from him every single time, and it happened numerous times against Birmingham, and then we lose the ball. Against Huddersfield, it happens so many times, not just with him, with Job, with countless players. And I said this in my match vlog, without Jack Clarke, we are ghost. You take him out of a team, which I think he will be leaving in the summer. Where does that leave us? Mundell, I thought he done really well. I thought he was energetic. He looks like he wants to get after the ball and receive the ball all the time. And he does look a good player, but he's still raw. He still lacks experience, just like everybody in this team. Dan Neil, I think he's a really good player. But Sunderland's resolve is going to be tested with Dan Neil as well, because he'll probably be wanting a big move. Because I really do believe he can cut it in the Premier League in a better team. I really do, and it's sad to see it, but I really do believe that. Now, I know we're not a million miles away from the top six. I really do know that. But them two results and the teams we've got coming up, I just cannot see where a win is coming from under Michael Beale. I really cannot. Now, I know Tony Mowbray, near the end of his tenure, he had 2 wins in 9 games. I do understand that, and the football wasn't like what it used to be. But you've got to put that down to recruitment. You've got to put that down to the experience. The lack of bringing an experienced striker in has been shocking. This has been season after season. Comment below and let me know, other than Ross Stewart, when was the last time Sunderland signed a striker for the own? Before you comment on it, I didn't mean the ones that we've got currently. Like, I know Rusin we paid a few quid for. Rusin, I feel for Rusin at times. How the chop and change between Burstow, Rusin. Burstow's here for me. Rusin is here. He's miles ahead of him. And it's just going to knock the lad's confidence every time he puts a good performance in. The next game he's dropped. I just didn't understand it. Like, the man management's just shocking. It really is. There's players on the bench who is screaming out for minutes, and he persists with certain players. 3 defensive midfielders do not work. It doesn't work. It really doesn't. I do like to see Job, and I do like to see Daniel further up the pitch, but Ekwa isn't good sitting in that position just in front of the defence by his side. He just isn't. It's just, I'm a bit worried, like, especially with the fixtures coming up, where this leaves us. Obviously, I want Beale out. I really do. But then what happens? It's still the same model. It's still the same players with no experience in the team. And then they're just going to bring in exactly the same person. They're not going to want a peer to bring a decent manager in or somebody who can push on. Like that Will Still, that incident, what happened, they wouldn't want to pay the comp war. Now, Will Still's team won last night. I think it was 3-1, maybe 4-1. I'm not really sure by the end. I just keep looking in. But in the league, he's doing well. And things like that, I know you can look back in hindsight and say, well, we should have done this and we should have done that. But, you know, the 99.9% of Sunderland supporters want a new man in, but other things have to change for me. You kind of just gone, let's bring a new manager in and everything will be all hunky-dory. It'll not be. Things need to change. We need different tactics. In-game tactics need to change when we're struggling in the game. Gone two up top, didn't it just gone like for like? Now, I thought when Hermia come on, he did look much better than he has in recent games for the under-21s and stuff like that. He looked lively. He was winning flick-ons, and I thought, give him more minutes. Give him and Russo more minutes together on the pitch at the same time. Just change things up because it's clearly not working. Now then, everybody, hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. See you in a bit.